back. That being said, where was it I found? Whew. Just gonna multitask, wait for viewers to tune in and say something, preferably. Of course, friendliness, and then, which is similar. I don't know what I'll use this, but this is pretty good. Not that it's a lot more, but the price is. Anyway, and then jump into it. It's early in the thing, and I don't want the cord to come out, although it's pretty tight. But it's funny the way the dog's laying on that chair on that blanket and just staring at me. Usually he'd come over here and stand and stare at me and start barking and like feel like I want to be part of the conversation, but and distracting, but not right now. He isn't, so that's fine. I have my arsenal, should I? Chew stick if you didn't see. But yeah, I'd rather wait, conserve my energy until there's somebody here to chat with, so that's what I'm going to do. Chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. You can always skip ahead if need be to get to the content. Which I don't have a lot of plans for other than, chatting, maybe doing music. There was a couple things I was planning to do instead of doing this, but then I decided to do this. I'm working on an interesting writing project. I think everything has to be like, oh yeah, so was I. Bye. That's what it seemed like. I was thinking about reading that. I still would like to check out that song. And I guess I should always have a couple songs at the ready. But I don't know why. I struggle with that. In case Thomas comes in, or that one here from India. I mean, it's okay with a bit of chat, both of them really, but easier for them to follow the music, and they'd rather that. But, I mean, and I wanted to preview something before showing it to G. Technically myself anyway doing this, but that was kind of one of the reasons I didn't want to. Was again kind of showing himself in a picture of him just shoulders up smiling, and I might want to talk about that for a moment. I guess I'll say this for those that see afterwards. I don't know if this could be a very long one, by the way, but much as I'd rather say it when there's somebody currently here listening, this writing project that I'm working on, I kind of want to wait until there's somebody listening, because then I might not have anything else to say unless somebody else is saying something. Sometimes I have a lot to say, sometimes I relying on the chat, Greatly wrong. Well, since the relaunch, probably didn't show the same thing. Yeah, I don't understand that product. Roasted dried kiwi for Dubai. Anyway, I'm working on a project where I'm doing some writing, and I happen. Oh wait. I happened to have the radio on when I was doing so, and basically some of the songs that it was playing were quite fitting to what I was writing. Being musical, even if I wasn't largely musical, I might do it this way. I'm thinking I might do a bit of I might share a little bit of it, maybe not in this one because I don't know if I'm ready yet, and also incorporate the music into it. So I don't want him to have to wait too long to hear what I have to say if he happens to notice this. If he happens to notice this because he was how much in, or if he wants from him, or if he, you know, has a slight feeling like talking about, or happens to notice the title. So I'll just say it right outright. There is somebody that I've been following on here. I'm just going to remember last name. Somebody I've been following on here who I quite enjoy following. You know, only once has he been to my videos. I've been to his so many more times, but that's fine. You know, it's always a nice time there. He's, you know, nice to chat with, listen to like that. But he doesn't seem like he's subscribed. I don't know. It's very weird. And yet one of his mods or admins has, and we've, well, she hasn't been on many of them either, but we had a nice chat, and she did show that she cared, and she came, and that was yeah. Even though I was a little bit slow in starting to kind of express myself, whatever I was thinking about, but so I think I mentioned this, and I think I have once or twice, you know, I was been imagine how much. But no, actually, I don't think it was that. I had put a kind of interesting comment, something about, who are you faithful? So I thought I'd do it. I guess I did because a capital I doesn't necessarily stand out. So I put it like 2 or 3 times in here or whatever, and then I was joking about the title a little bit and that, and you know, 4 lines or whatever. He reads the first line, looks down at his shirt, says something kind of odd, and then I says, I mean, you know, I don't know most of the wild things he says, but, and then I said that I noticed that he did that, and I'm pretty sure it was to me, he said, why are you so self-obsessed? I would never call, even if they kind of were, I mean, it's okay to be a little bit, I think. I would never call any of my viewers, I'll tell you that much right now. And, you know, again, I think we all are a little bit, especially as content creators. But I mean, it's not like with me and my in this channel and the videos I put out. You know, sure, it's a lot about me. I'm the one leading it, hosting it, and you know, I mean, yeah, it is a lot. You know, about me, just as it would be any other content creator about them. You know, but I thought it was kind of odd because it's like, and he isn't. I mean, I thinking about that a moment more though. Like I say, he really usually, even with me, you know, and he's very welcoming and accommodating to me and this and that too. He usually does read the people's comments and talk with them but you know, he is who he is, and he has his talents and things that he likes to do in his videos as well, and so he does that. So, but yeah, now like I say, that wouldn't be what I would call success, though. Or not mostly, I would. That's really all I got to say. It's just it would kind of turn me off to wanting to watch any more of it, unfortunately. But I hadn't started this one yet. I've been thinking about it though. And I wouldn't mind talking about a couple of things that this makes me think of. I don't know if I want to maybe look at that other song again. I don't know if I'm meant to look at this one, which a Christmas song I'm not that familiar with. Other than that, I did want to work a bit more on my writing project. Until I talk a bit more with you guys, there's not a whole lot that I need to do in putting the stuff together for Pat and Mary, I don't think. I would like to call and confirm where we're going for lunch, though. You know, I don't know if the one place we're thinking of, one of them I think it's at least Canadian. I don't know if it's only in our city, and the other one, I'm not sure either. I think it's a chain brand that is probably in a lot of places, and they both might be. But one of them will have more options, and you know, yeah, you can overeat at a buffet, but it's a nicer, you know, you get more from it. Like his sister saying, that she thought the portions were big at the other place, but then she doesn't eat a lot of big meals. So she realized that. I don't know. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've been to a buffet. Not that I'm against, most Chinese food, but a lot of the buffets are that, or, that kind of thing. But no, there's a good classic one I'd like to go to. So, I'd like to get that confirmed. She's like, well, it's okay if it's the day before or even the day of. I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Anyway, so how's it? Okay, I was just about to stop talking about something that was on my mind and ask how everybody else was doing, but whatever. Um, I did talk about those in the other video, so I think I'm going to say that's good enough. We also have to wait till 3 for something, so we have to keep ourselves awake, hard as it may be. Right, I was just. But yeah, I'm definitely glad you didn't get that one for me because it's a stupid name brand. It's got a noisy fan, even when it was sleeping all night, and still was actually. And I like the keyboard. Even though it's a bit clunkier, I like this one better anyway. So you can have that other one. The only reason why I'm thinking of playing one of my videos in this. I mean, we should always ask permission if it's not our content, and we should really just, if we want to be inspired, that's, I guess, one thing, but maybe somebody else manipulate it, like, it's not the right thing to do. The right way to go about it. And I'm just saying that because I know that some people do those kind of things. Whether they're not, I don't know. Hopefully not, because I'm fine just as is with my stuff. Even if, it's not super polished or whatever. But the only reason that I'm thinking of doing it is because I wanted to preview it back before showing it to G, who wasn't present when I did it. And it's a bit of a preview for this, too. Welcome, by the way. It's a bit of a preview of the video, that I can give you. It's the one that is almost the 5-hour mark. It was a blizzardy, meh weather day. I did a bit of stuff around the house, some during the stream, some not, and I was trying to set a Guinness record. And I think for that day, with all the podcasts that I did do, well, it wasn't that many, but there was more than maybe the usual day. I may have actually reached it. So where's my prize? She might have somebody that So one thing I wanted to talk about as well is, and it's interesting because there is possibility, and I've seen it once, where we may. Actually, seen once. I've seen him more than once. That's been my question. I would hope not. I mean, I think I'm pretty likable. Get along well with most people. Pretty laid back, goofy, supportive. A lot of good qualities. Not to toot my own bugle, but for those that don't know, this is how I would describe myself, and I hope that others that are familiar with me would agree. I think they would. I'd be curious any other words. There was somebody that I had seen on a few of my videos, unfortunately, religion, and, we could say that, someone who's young and religious is probably a bit more open-minded, but I realize that it's an example where sometimes when someone is a bit older and they've lived a bit more, or they have. I mean, even then, people that have been through a lot of stuff, older people have been through more. It's just because they've lived longer, right? um, you know, and therefore, well, I guess it could be either. That might taint them more, or it might make them a bit more well-rounded. Even though, or be able to kind of manage the beliefs in religion as well as how they coexist with their own. I think that's a very important thing, actually. Um, but yeah, didn't she put what she was trying to say? I thought she was just glowing something, but I'm glad that she is of me and Jean and yeah. Uh, but anyway, this one person, what did his descriptions of me? Um, was an artist, uh, talkative, I think, and open-hearted. And I thought that was interesting wording, like open heart surgery. um, maybe he should have. I mean, he did have a heart. He was kind, but maybe he should have had a bit of my open heart, a piece of my heart. And maybe I've left a bit of myself with him, in memory. But he hasn't. I mean, I did only know him on here. I didn't know him super duper well, but kind of. The name was Bib Trigger, and I don't plan to talk about it much. I did a little bit after the incident. I think he was maybe watching. It was that day. I really, I tried to do it in a respectful way, but in a way where I kind of spoke about how I was kind of disappointed that he couldn't truly give God's love in a way. But I was glad that he was amicable, and what else can we ask for, right? Maybe he'll come around. Uh, if not, um, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get hugely into the topic, but why was I mentioning it? I can't remember now. There was a reason why it actually just came up, but I don't remember it, unfortunately. So next. Um, oh, okay, right. But I think we've addressed it and covered it. But there is something I'd really like to do. Let me just look at my note here for a moment. I don't want to necessarily have this playing. People that haven't heard my little speech. Yeah, that there's there doesn't have a lot of local either. I don't think so. It's actually nice to kind of resized it so it fit. Look how much better that way now. I hope that I'll never relate to her in that way. Anything wants to talk about, anything else, anything anybody wants support on, anything like that. This looks like you left me something, huh? But I might wrap this up soon, just because if comments on video is way accurate on this device, the only other one I have, the only other one I have is this one. I got like, especially since I'm just going to pause this for a moment. So I'm just going to multitask on this screen while I tell a bit of a story that I really feel like, a lot of people might be meant to hear. Because, yeah, I mean, it's a big... Yeah, like that, probably not. Seriously, folks? Was this behaving? I can't... Oh, right. I went to something else since then. So basically, the other day, I was talking about somebody who I had in my life, in my school days, and it's a big world, but it can be a small world sometimes. Oh, hello, Leanne. God bless. Can't be in here. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you popped in. You get me excited though that you feel like you can stay. You're welcome to eat while you're staying, if that's okay. Uh, there's a second person just tuned in, and thanks for the like, by the way. I think it came from you, but I don't know if they're going to say anything or stay, but I hope they do. Um, I'm trying to actually decide something. I guess maybe more than one something, but at the moment I'm looking at something. And so basically, watch it be the case twice. But, because you're not that old, uh, and you're not likely very connected to Ontario, I'm thinking probably not, but he maybe travels a lot. There's a second person here, so let's see. So, I was talking about someone from my school days, and I brought up their obituary because they passed away, and somebody had posted a picture with their comment, but I hadn't. Well, I guess maybe I unintentionally clicked it, um, and but it well, I don't know. For some reason, it felt like it was bigger than I thought it was going to show up. Then it opened in Messenger, and that's the part I don't understand because I wasn't looking at it in Messenger. Okay. Now, when you say dinner table, you're not actually having dinner at this time of day, though. Yeah, I wonder if that might be the case. And I mean, it can be a conversation topic. It can be enjoyable. I mean, here we don't even have a table. Actually, we just hit the goat together, and that's something that we spend a lot of time talking with each other. So him and G and I. So we kind of I don't know what that symbol is, but okay, cool. Yeah, because it's close to that time. We just ate recently, not a lot, but it's just something that we like to do together is watch stuff because yeah, we talk plenty with each other. Even though he's at work 8 hours a day most of the time. Anyway, so yeah, basically, but okay, yeah, I appreciate your trying to be back. And what are you having for lunch, dare I ask? I say that because I'm a little bit picky and sometimes I'm easily grossed out. But anyway, the other person is also probably wondering, and this may apply more to them for reasons mentioned. I'm not sure, but so and I don't know how I didn't. I probably did, but didn't fully process this before. But, well, I don't know. Your dad might know this person too. I guess that's true, especially if he has been in Ontario, although this person probably traveled a bit. I know that he worked on cruise boats, but mostly in kitchens, I think. And, yeah, he was, maybe. And do I think that he's very recognizable? Or kind of not that unique looking? A bit of both? Here, before you end, I'll watch this one. Well, you have to say that, but I know things come up, and you try your best, and I appreciate you saying that, and I do hope you see that I think it was, like you say, the 4-hour mark of that really long one, because, yeah, it was deep with Reva, as I mentioned in the comment that I think you read and saw. But, yeah, basically, and I'm working on a writing project of her about her life, a little bit with her help, and going to be music in it. I'm going to do an audio samplings of it when it's a bit more ready. My friend Ray, who passed, actually kind of ended up being a character in it too. I don't know if the scene that I was working on is one that I made up or actually one that happened in her life. I should probably pay attention a bit when I'm writing, just in case, I can get an answer. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Don't want you to get in trouble. I don't even know if you're at the table yet, but you better. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully the other person joins the chat. But yeah, I don't remember what I was saying now. But and there's a stage in the 20s, and but lives at home. But yeah, basically, because then she can tell me, So far, it feels like most of it is real, but I'm gathering. Anyway, I want to make sure I get this out. So, what happened is this morning it showed me this picture twice of him, and just looking because I had a note here, and the other person left. Maybe this wasn't meant for them. or at least it looks like they left. Uh, but maybe this, and I kind of want to wait. Kind of want to wait till I know that there's somebody hearing this because I feel like it's likely meant to be especially strongly. I'm feeling it that's meant that someone is meant to hear this. So I'll wait. Anything else I wanted to say? I don't know. I don't know. Not without somebody being here. No, I don't want to just talk to myself on the screen. I could do that off the screen. You know. No, I mean, yeah. Too bad she hadn't just had lunch. But oh well, she'll try and come back. I guess that's the other thing I was thinking of saying. I don't know if I'm going to be rolling very long, but I hope that but she says I'm not here before you end. If I'm not here before you end, I'll love you back. Or if I'm still alive. No, is what she meant. I'm pretty sure. Either way. Actually, it's probably a good thing that I noticed that. Am I okay with that being there? I don't know, am I? Kind of want it there. I'll just do this. I'll put that there. I can watch some of those playing piano. Whatever it picks up on the captioning is what, and hopefully accurately is what I maybe meant to especially focus on. But I'll also try and watch it again before I think Wednesday's Christmas. Just using my other hand to open this. So I try to make this stuff last this week because I think it's my. Oh, there's a one. But, go to give me no filter. Free spirited. Well, that's interesting. That is really wild. That is really wild. So, there's been a couple other of my angels that I've been thinking about lately. And, one even just this morning, I started to work on another coffee song. And, it's upstairs in the office, where we've got some very nice plants I might show in a few minutes, actually. But, okay, so I saw the other person that I thought of on Wednesday, that makes me also remember this person. But what's interesting is that, yeah, the lady I was thinking about just today, who, even though she was important in my life, and I appreciated her, I don't think about super duper often. I really don't. Last I've really written was the first time in a long time. Even with that, because it's just one of the things on the shelf that is always there. I don't really process it that often. But interestingly, I messaged somebody with her last name asking if they're related. And I don't know if she was related to Celine Dion, but that's the other one. And then just under that, it shows somebody that made me think of Reba, who I've been on about and had a really great with the other day. And then, curious if anybody's ever heard of the band WRAY. But, so yeah, I do want to go upstairs shortly. There's definitely coming afterwards. And it was very similar to G style. Kind of sort of a bit more circular. Did make me wonder. But I want to get through this. Then I want to go upstairs. And then I'm not sure what. Yeah. Kind of. The radio is on a little bit, so it's not like it's complete silence. I kind of do want to rest from music. Because I mean, as a content creator and as a person living life, I hear myself a lot. And then I play it back with you, but sometimes we miss not around. So when he is around, uh, because I did it when he was not around. So I hear myself a lot, and despite perhaps popular belief, although I think I say a lot of great things, and I appreciate myself and know I have worth, for the most part, I get tired of myself too. I think we all get tired of ourselves sometimes. I think. I don't know if it'd be normal not to be honest. I mean, because we live with ourselves all the time. I think that, or another way to put it is there's always maybe something that we might dislike about ourselves. Or it's like saying that, I'm going to show this. Hopefully you saw. I didn't rotate the screen because I was worried about it not rotating back. So I'm just going to listen to a bit more of this while I'm waiting. I wouldn't have done it also if. That's a pretty darn good reminder of the other thing. But yeah, so basically, but yeah, so, actually, he's looks about as old there as I am now, but he's actually not. He's like 26 years older. I mean, it's kind of blonde, gray hair, but so he actually looks really good for his age. Apparently, that seems to be what I'm saying. Okay, is this the one we were looking at? No. We check this off now. So this is not just a specific post. I'm attempting to get to the end of this row. I say finance reasons and crowd reasons, and also because I mean a lot of the ones that are living in local and could get more, they don't really need it. They've told us that past years was still the case, and we have a lot of stuff that we could get, just already have. So. It's kind of like, so they each get one thing, that's fair, I think, and then, you said that we were going to do it, we don't get anything, and then, that cup, make 2 hot chocolates and they can use the cup, I don't even remember what the cup looks like. I should look at it because I want it. It was just a keep thinking about it. Okay. So how does it feel like I should ride something like this? Maybe I'll give it some kind of thing. So because I have a feeling like they're going to give something. And I even said it in meeting. I was kind of curious. I had an interesting type of cheese recently, and I asked about it and said I kind of liked it, but honestly, it looked neat. It really didn't have a lot of flavor. I do believe let me pause this for a moment. I've got to ask, and I don't know if it's only people that are content creators that would know this, and then I have a very, 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 very special thing to share that may especially resonate with you. But I've got to ask, content creators, especially, do you notice any weirdness with either comments not displaying completely, or in this case, I've both seen one that showed in two different ways, and two different people have put a comment where there's been this little symbol at the front of it. And if I was to scroll here, it looks like it says, almost looks like Asian or something font. The second thing looks like an A. Do you see that? Um, where Country Girl Leanne said, "Know him," is one example of it. I don't know what that meant. And I also am quite certain that the other person didn't actually say "I game," but with that little symbol that came through. Um, but it wasn't what it was showing here. Hi Ayush, how are you? So yeah, I'm not sure, but I am seeing most comments, so it's really kind of odd. I'm trying to decide if I should look at this song at all, but it looks like it'd be one for the piano, and it's got a lot of fast chord changes. Um, there's something that I really especially want to talk about. I don't know if, I'm not telling you have to go anywhere, but I don't know if you're necessarily the person that is meant to hear it, so maybe I'll do things in reverse order. Um, I mean, you're welcome to hear it anyway. Just basically, I'm getting a strong feeling that somebody that's on my mind right now might know somebody that tunes in. But unless you know people in Ontario or Austria, um, and you feel like you may be one of those people who's met like more people than a lot of people in the world, you probably won't know him. But what I will show, because I'll just go until this thing drops. It's at 100% right now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it was plugged in and close to it before. And then, hydrogen isn't as climate friendly as we think. So then just into them. Okay. Anyway, it looks like you may have left. Have you left? Or are you still there? That's the first question. If you left, I don't think you liked, so let's see, we're already there, and it was abrupt. I never say, but I was going to reverse the order that I was going to say things, like I said. Oh, that's the other thing. Mm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. So, if it's a use that just tuned back in, please let me know. If it's not, I'd love to know as well, because, yes, like I say, I think that I might be about to talk to someone who's rude and goes away after a few seconds. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to flash a picture for a moment, because we're kind of far into this video, and it is the holiday season, but, at least some people that may have lost loved ones uh, may likely have other loved ones. Thanks for the fourth like, by the way. I don't see anybody viewing yet, but at the moment, but probably have other loved ones to be with over the holidays and in general. But I want to do a couple things. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show a picture of someone from my school days who passed away, and see if you recognize him. And then other than that, I'm going to go upstairs and show you some really cool plants, a cool instrument, and we'll go from there, okay? Sorry, I feel like that was maybe a bit quick. And if you recognize him, I feel like that we're meant to speak, and I hope that you will tell me in honesty, and I will be honest and genuine as well. In the meantime, because I'm gonna wait for a moment with that, I'm going to show you And if this does transpire, I would say it's a first, but then the Reaver thing was kind of that way. It was like we actually didn't talk about it that much when we discovered that mutual connection. But then since then we have a couple times, and yeah, the other night was definitely. It's just I sometimes get a bit unsure what I want to do, and I'm happy to chat with people. So I could have just not been bothered more, and she hopefully would have remembered to go back and look at that. But if she doesn't, then maybe it was more for me, And then I will be sharing that story in the whatchamacallit, the thing. So doing the reconnecting thing. Yeah, if I was in better shape, it'd be great. We could do the fitness thing together. Is the dog? No, the dog's not upstairs. Even though his music doesn't seem like it's quite as loud as. But if I was in better shape, we could do the fitness thing together. Lots of young people like to dance. I don't hate it. It's just after about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm usually like, okay, that's good. Forgot a water. Won't be a cold one, but that's okay. I guess that's Viking-like music. It just sounds quite heavy, and I'm kind of surprised. But I guess he figures a lot of them are short, so, and it's varied, so. Linda, and the other Linda, and maybe the other Linda. Are all the Lindas in the house? Linda! Yeah, this new laptop, it's an odd brand name. It was really discounted, but still kind of expensive, and I don't should have got it. And even when it was sleeping overnight, or not being used for about an hour-ish now, yeah, actually almost, this is almost an hour. Listen to how loud the fan is. Like it sounds like it's about to blast off. I hope he has everything. And this, the manual, it just says laptop user's manual. Doesn't say the brand name. Then it has a link on the back, so that's kind of odd. Anyway, since I'm up here, I want to show you a couple of cool things, and then we'll go back downstairs and talk a bit more about Carl, maybe, and that kind of stuff. But he has some plants in the house, and he left, and that's rude. No, I know they're there. I know these are there. This is for me to show our viewers, So I'll wait. Yeah, but I haven't podcasted up here in a while. This is interesting. So those, I guess that's true. I guess I shouldn't assume maybe sometimes that I have some people that follow fairly often the videos, and so they kind of have an idea that I do this. But and I don't really want to give the pre-speech, but I shouldn't assume that other people would, but they might get a sense of what's going on, and maybe it doesn't need introduction, just to kind of show them, and then I'll be like, well, I'm not sure what to think, but that seemed like a good experience, it seemed real, and that kind of thing. This kind of reaction I hope that they would have, I'm mostly only little ones, so that's where I have more confidence, and I do struggle with some other stuff. So I mean, and I have my own brain, so and it's just not the easiest type of communication. It's all these things kind of, and some of the things that we think are important that they would mention, they don't. Sometimes it's that really generic stuff that actually matters most to them. Like knowing that they're okay, that they're happy, that they miss you, they still love you, those kind of things. But sometimes they go deeper and see kind of what happens because, in other words, not having too many expectations. And I've learned stuff, and yeah. So basically, okay, I kind of want to wait, and don't want to put this in the range of my car in case I like to say it blasts off. I think that's a pretty good spot for that. I'm just going to go quickly grab something in the other room, and I'll be right back. Actually, you can kind of see what I want to show you. I think that from there pretty well, I think. That might be good enough. That's it. on it though. We'll see. So, yeah. Oh, wait. I sort of want to have an instrument. Oh, there is a great big one right here, if you're not noticing. Why is this over here? I mean, I guess he moved that for a reason. He must have done something there. Or maybe he wanted a bit more room. I don't know. Anyway, so there was another idea I had. But I can't remember what it was. So, whatever. I think it was music-based. I think it was kind of in the creative area. Oh, no, I wanted to do some heavy rock. But it should be easy for me to think of some stuff to do in that way, but it's not. So there, here. Actually, I say that, and I'm mostly open to it, but I don't like that. That mirror, that's one thing I remember always in this room, and then kind of that. But anyway, for a moment. But yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling up to it right now, though. So I think it was one. Somebody else, maybe that got eight. Media came back and gave it a like, but didn't stay. And then, yeah, that did. But yeah, so, but if I think I'm curious enough, they might come back and watch. Everything. But yeah, I just don't know if I'm up to it right, today. But I'll get to it and it'll be good. But there's some good sun out there, but it's I think that thing's louder than it was earlier. I don't know about since I came in rolling, but first thing this morning. I don't feel good about it. I think he should be pretty quickly looking to try and get his money back and return it, but he's been using it a little bit, and I don't know. I think it's going back down the drain. I mean, luckily, with his race, I think that's coming together, and that was a nice big order, and actually, what he paid covered almost half of that. But it'd be nice to have used it for something that, food, and that's so long, but, more reason, but, to have used it, and I mean, to pay bills, or, I don't know what else, but, yeah. Yeah, unless it's integration, so, not anything recognizable. But, so one thing I wanted to show is, and I'm not going to rotate the camera. It's nice that that's something I could do, but I just worry that it might get stuck, or not rotate back, and it's an older device, so that's part of the reason. But what I wanted to show, first off, is these plants. This one is doing especially healthy. It wants to grow higher, I can tell, but, well, there's a ceiling there. So, I mean, what can you do? But even the bottom, it's more perky. Sometimes I feel like if you kind of do, this is not all about plants, but if you kind of do this and guide it up a little bit, then it does help. And then I trimmed off some dead bits, and that's the only other reason, other than maybe they wanted a bit of coolness at the window. I wouldn't have guessed, but they're doing, like I say, they're quite old. But there was a little while, not that long ago, where they weren't looking like they were doing well. And then we've got a giant marimba, and I guess the people are like, well, I did say it wasn't all about plants, but if they didn't hear that, it looks like they've left, so it's kind of like, yeah, not into plants. So hopefully somebody has been amused enough later when they're watching this or enjoyed this enough that they may have stayed to that point and saw that. And whether they stay longer, but back downstairs I go. Sunny, forgetting that, thinking he was in the other room with me because often he is. But yeah, they got more sensitive hearing, and we should probably be. Oh, you're still being good, hey? Oh, you're still being good, hey? Oh, yes. Good hay as opposed to good straw. Just kidding. Boop. But I come back to this nice, quiet computer. Like, I don't really buy a name brand. I wouldn't think, oh, well, it's a new one. It's, largely discounted, and just go buy it. Like, name brands, I would say they're name brands for a reason. That being said, I did have a bad experience buying a Chromebook once, and I would never get one again. But I don't know, a lot of people probably like them. So, and I don't know about Acers. Acer, not Acers. And a lot of people, some people like apples, some people like oranges. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Remember that one from back in the day? But yeah, speaking of back in the day, yeah, and I'm not sensing him around right now. I'm not anyway. I don't think I am. I don't know if I'm sensing any of them. I didn't know. Now, if he, going back to him for a moment, I don't know if I would say he has a unique look or not. I mean, they're lovely, nice looking couple. They really are. I'm just wondering if there's maybe a different picture of him I could find. I don't know if I'd ever seen that one. Which is weird because he doesn't have that many. Oh, now I'm finding ones I hadn't seen before. What the heck? This guy's passed away. How is he uploading new pictures? Just kidding. And I don't think they were new. Like, that's from 2015. Is that the year Marianne passed away? Yeah, because that was one of the people I was thinking of earlier, actually. It's interesting what I'm experiencing right now. I mean, I've had a lot of good experiences lately. I almost feel like I'm trying not to feel anything. I just don't have the energy. I'm distracted. Maybe I don't really hugely feel a need to at the moment. So, and that picture's making me think he's looking at you. Don't need to hear from me. Well, it's kind of a side profile. Yeah, I don't think you can realize that's him. Maybe this one? Maybe? Be nice if he was smiling a bit more. He's trying to look sultry again. There he's smiling a bit more. Some of these, like these shoes, some of these I've not seen. I don't know how. I've not seen them, but I haven't. But what I'm going to do for a moment here... How do I do this? Ooh! That other guy's always sitting next to you. Can I sit next to you but not have to sit on stuff? Did that pull out? Not only do I sometimes not, sometimes the English I'm channeling also don't. I mean, if that's how we want to word it. Technically it was good, I just want to try and get it. Well, I don't think I can zoom much more in than that. No, I can't. I could a little bit more, but now I have. So now I can't. I don't know if that's really that noticeable. And they're not facing each other. Um, it'd be interesting if they were, but I mean, he's looking forward anyway. Hmm. Kind of interesting how I just did that, though. Hmm. You know, this is not meant to be a disrespect as much as it's meant to honor this person, to share that they have existed and left an imprint, left a legacy. Uh, Speaking of, if I was to go back to this one for a moment, it's just nice to add an element, I tell you. I don't think you can see it as big as I can see it, and if I make it any bigger, you'll see it even less. So maybe I'll just read it in a moment. But right now, it's making it look headless. And that just looks like a bunch of... I mean, you can maybe zoom in, but it really looks like a bunch of unlegible writing. I have that up like that, though. I can't just sit there having that forever, though. And I don't think it's... I don't know if it's super... I don't think that that picture really does the justice like that one does. I mean, it's neat. I would think that wearing that kind of thing on your head that looks like it's like kind of falling off your head would be a bit distracting. Um, I'm glad that the makeup is not overly done. I'm glad that the wig looks nice. What is he wearing on his hand? That's a little odd. I'm not too sure what to think of it. But I might ask what you think of it. I know what I think it's supposed to look like. I don't know. Well, if you're gonna judge me, not judging, I'm just confused. But I'm also really tired. Truth be told. Because that's what I do, I tell the truth. The whole truth. Nothing but the truth. Yeah, I knew them to be. So that's, I appreciate you saying that. There's that symbol again. And I'm pretty sure you need to say you're welcome, but And it's weird. I also have it open on here, and it doesn't show that way on here. I mean, the other time it was completely different words. Very strange. I was this close to say, but then, like I said, I didn't really trust the laptop, and I had something else open on this at the time. I was this close to saying, "Can you do your fitness with this phone so I can do the thing with that phone?" But I think I'll look at this on Christmas Eve. This, I don't know if I can get any further along on this. I was gonna try and use some funny coffee emojis via my friend, but she's not paid anymore. She's passed away so long. But I think I only found out because I can't find out everything. You know, when we think we, you know, even the ability. And apparently, I remember her saying that she had tried to connect with me for a while, but I wasn't picking up on her. Not because I'm talented, but just because I have other distractions, other angels. Maybe she was being kind of gentle about it. Not that the others aren't. P certainly isn't, but especially with that kind of thing I'm saying. Okay, but and sometimes also was just kind of watching, observing, seeing that I was doing all right. Um, you know, wasn't anything that she necessarily felt she needed to say. Um, but um, but but she passed away in 2015. I think I've showed that version here before. I think I have. But I have to be careful what part I show. And, yeah, I just better not. Just because it might mention the city. But, um, so I think I've only known like 3 years. And, that's a fair chunk of time when you think about how many days are in a year. Maybe even only two. So I remember the day I found out, or the next morning maybe, came down, there was something kind of shining on the carpet, and it was the top of an incense box, but it had the numbers 2015 on it. And that's the first time that's ever really happened, that a piece of one of them boxes has been on the floor. Anyway, I found her Facebook then. Um, I was able to see all these coffee memes and also that kind of disturbing picture, but anyway. Um, But I looked this morning, and I even found an old post that I'd made where apparently it looked like she had been tagged, but it wasn't clickable. Then again, wasn't Leanne mentioned on that too? I think so. She wasn't clickable either. Wow, that will annoy me. I gotta look at that. I think what I remember with her is that it unmemorialized her page, and I thought that's inaccurate. It's slightly disrespectful, to be honest. So that kind of annoyed me. But what can we do? And I know the truth. And I know that it was memorialized, you know. Um, so, I mean, that's kind of the main thing, right? This is not behaving, apparently. Okay, there we go. That's right. I'm like, why did I find the other one? But I just want to double check that too, actually. See if she's still on my list, because as far as I know, she should be. Okay. No, I do still find the neon though. Yeah. I'm not gonna look too much at that right now. I read it as linen, but I think it's a seed. I tried to add seed, but I would have thought it no. It's local plants. I sort of think so, but not be 100% sure. Oh, that's what the white brings. I should go get it, didn't I? I will be back. Nobody's here. 50. Oh my goodness. Both of these devices of mine are at 53%. What's this one at? 43. Ha ha ha. And although the other day I did decide to try plugging it in while I was rolling, and it wasn't wonky, like it had been the time before. Yeah. So I'm tempted, but I mean, Leanne might come back. It seems like most of her comments are showing, and she also knows that I'm pretty good at replying to them. So, if there's anything that I haven't seen, she would hopefully repeat it. Does this fit this? No. But both of these old devices hold their charge quite well. So, and they're the same charger, I think. But that's okay. Next time I get up, I'll charge one of them. I think this one. So, um, but yeah, you can't add comments now because that's he doesn't need the calendar. I mean, it's on ground date it's in February of 2024. For some weird reason, is what it's open to on my device. It's also saying that it's 2:32 p.m. So if anybody happens to see this spot, and that means something to you, it's got kind of um, light red the 28th, light gray the 29th and the 30th, and the 31st. Then black, first, third, second, third. Red the 4th. Black from the 5th to the 10th. Red the 11th. And then it shows up to the 17th, and that's all. I don't know what that's all about, but 71 plus. I don't know what I was wanting to add to it, so that's fine. I don't believe it's been resistant, so that's fine. Sounds like we'll be alright. We'll be alright with that. I just made that connection. I had yay. And I have to ask about that. But I feel a little awkward. If anybody had been here hearing it, fine, but otherwise I feel a little awkward kind of saying that my head kind of thought those two words similar, even though they kind of are. Other than that, Yeah, I'll ask if I should say, should I joke about Christmas Carol? But I mean, she's likely going to say that depends on the person. Some people could take a joke better than others. Like Merry Christmas, I think she could take that. And I think the sister would go, oh boy. Yeah. So. But we got somebody here, so no, suppose I sit down and the other one was still there, but I mean, a lot of people lately that are meeting is in this that somebody's kind of both, but yeah, it's starting to feel natural and right. It is kind of neat, but when you think of it, yeah. Is this that video I was talking about the other day? I don't know why I did it that way, other than that I was kind of feeling creative. Okay, that's in place, and then once I look at that, I'll close it. Although maybe I won't because I've not been able to find it in the Gallery and Files app yet as a recent file, showing a lot of non-recent files, so I don't know. I kept touching the screen and it actually plugged in just fine. So it actually starts at the 237 call. I like his really curly hair. It looks like an interesting Zeppelin guitar shirt. I'm not doing anything about right things. I mean, I can't hear it. I was in the other room, partly for privacy, but no, I'd like to be in there. Whether he will, I don't know, but so we'll just watch from there. We'll carry on 237. The only reason I might not want to show that is because of what that looks like. Both of the things it looks like. I might just have to feel like that's a mystery. As far as like, maybe I don't want to know. But that's an interesting outfit. I know some people might think a certain way if I was showing it, but I don't get it. Kind of makes me think of a album that he did something kind of similar, but okay, whatever. didn't get. I just put this on, I think, but I didn't get very much. But I better slow down because, like, well, I do have the one. But I'm sorry. Do you know this person? Certainly has a lot of teeth. I mean, like a big smile. I honestly don't know which is my favorite picture of him. I don't mind that one. Those ones for obvious reasons. And I think otherwise, the guitar one and this one. Yeah, I think. Kind of ironic, though. I like how they honored who she was in this. Yeah, see, I know I brought this up the other day, but I didn't look really that closely at it. And it was both a little bit of a reminder, I remember, that's what still, right? That she worked in retail, but also, apparently she did. Um, it's interesting, I've known two people that have passed away that worked in furniture stores. Governor. Um, no, she says she is with me at the moment, if you like, because she wants to clarify this. She says it says that I retired in 2013. Well, I think let's just say that's the wording, you know, because yeah, she's like, yeah, my family didn't want to say why I left the job. I'd been there for a while, so they just called it that I retired. Um, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22. 7 years, okay. Um, she's like, you were mistaken when I was sharing with you that when I passed away to heaven, I saw my feminine self for the first time. I felt my feminine self when I was still alive, physically and other aspects. But she's saying that she never did, because she did go. That's why she quit work in 2013. And then, in fact, it would have been really ironic if that had transpired 4 or 5 days prior, because that would have been the date of her passing. The visit the other day, but which is like, well, I figured you'd say it was close enough. So, you know, and yeah, I guess it is. And then also, yeah, so she retired. Almost went completely wrong by 2015. As she was starting the process, so like, I did see it a little bit, she said, but like I could hardly count it, which is why it was such a gift when I got to kind of experience that, just just kind of like, it's like I almost saw like what you sometimes see as your flash visuals. It was like an apparition of like myself looking at myself just for a few moments, and it was like, that's me. You know, I'm curious to ask if they have mirrors in heaven. That's what I was going to guess, is that we might not feel that as much. Honestly, though, I put on a hat. I don't worry about my hair too much. Most of the time at home. Otherwise, shower, put in my clothes, and I don't really spend a lot of time looking at me. I mean, a little bit, because we all do. But I'll look more at that later. Or maybe not, because the person left. They may exist but serve a different, perhaps divine purpose, not vanity. To speculate, the skilled craftsmen and inventors in heaven might still create mirrors for discovery of other purposes. Maybe she's being metaphoric too. Like, actually, she never did say it was a mirror, but it was like looking in one, right? I don't remember that before. That's a bit more unique. Okay, thanks for letting me know. It's really just asking for a number. Not a lot. Phone number. That's interesting. Her maternal grandmother. I mean, it's kind of an old name that a lot of people's grandparents maybe have, but it's kind of interesting that her maternal grandmother's name is the same as mine, my grandmother's. Um, this a little bit. Where is it? Right here. So, I wanted to show a couple of things. I'm not sure. I wanted to show three media, especially media-based things. One, I think maybe I won't, but the other things, you left. So, oh wait, oh, at least it looks like you did. Oh, this is interesting. She's supposed to 2019. I think I may have came across this before, to be honest. too, though. I kind of did show that, though. It is true. If anybody else wants to, you know, um, mention, or if anybody, if it resonated with, if you recognized them, you can let me know. That's, I think that's what we'll leave that at. Quite a big, nice photo, I'll tell you that much. So now we've narrowed it down to just this. Oh, did it go back to the beginning? That's annoying. That was like a... See what we're in creative projects and committees in the next few days is that, even though it's kind of sunny out, I think sitting right on it, because he wants, I can't remember exactly details, but whatever gets us to the things faster. We still have lots of time to do the things we need to do on the way. On the way. I know I was out in the foyer a lot when I was on the phone, but I thought it was in the kitchen too, but I thought it was 6 different kinds of here. I know when I did. Okay, 2 people just came at the same time. I wanted to show a cool piece of video footage that I got the other day. And I think you'll be able to tell what it is. It's pretty short, but in case you can't, yeah. So, okay, here we go. Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. Thoughts? Questions? Comments? Notice that there's somebody here at the moment. It was a little quiet for a little while, so I'm very glad that that someone's here. Maybe pick up the pace a bit again. G will be down to play piano soon and possibly flute. I'm semi-feeling musical. I'm semi-thinking about lunch. Sort of wanting to show that picture again over there. And yeah, if there's anything you'd like to talk about, happy to, support and have a fun chat, for the most part, within reason, but for the most part, anything. And then other than that, I had made a small playlist earlier. Then I went to another tab and went back, and I know I just put it in front of a particular tab. And then when I went back, I didn't see the playlist. So I'm not sure. There's a Christmas song I'm not super familiar with that I was kind of wanting to look at. I did find somebody doing it with bowls, but even he didn't really like the sound of it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just hard to play along with bowls because they keep resonating as you're hitting the other things. So, okay, there was briefly some people there. They looked like they left. What's up with that? No, next. I don't know why it won't let, put the cursor there or anything, but it won't crop. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, ooh. And that cut it. Please put it back. Please put it back. Please put it back. It won't put it back. Put it back. How annoying. Is it that? No, I don't think so, but that is kind of the same place. I guess I could put it here if it will do it. And it will. Oh, maybe it is the same thing. No, because that's not what it ended with before. Well, you know what? I experienced those things in the moment. Oh, maybe, because that's from there. I think. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that guy's name, I don't know what to think about that. And then I got a phone number. I don't know what to think about that. Also told by T Station Edison. I don't know what that means, man. Mayweather. Okay. Oh, that goes back a while. As loud as I can. I'm trying on one of the two phones. I don't know. Maybe I'm not meant to, or it's just meant for me to. Here's the thing. I don't know what to say. Just continue from where I left off, and then if I need to see if the two didn't work, I can. I can. I don't want to get worked up. If any of the things maybe got repeated, then maybe, I don't know. I guess you wouldn't be super rushed for awkwardness and potential problems. So then you might disagree. You know what, I'll just get some stuff done here. Whether you go, it's up to you, and I wouldn't be able to decide. I'd be worried about what he's doing. You might say that. I'd be worried about what he might be doing. I'd feel bad that he wasn't there. And then also, because he actually did pretty good when I was on the film thing. And then also, they'd miss him. Honestly, they'd miss him there. Coming downtown? What's that? Okay. Everybody, let's get to work. honestly think he thought he meant to hit send. It doesn't look like there's anything else that needs to be there. He can always add to it. But I want to get that figured out. Otherwise, it might not be able to be sent. Come on! Hope you'll be down to play piano soon. I can breathe. Oh yes, glad I came back because I remembered I wanted to charge this. Plug it in. What time is it? I don't know, going by that clock, probably about 3. Going by this one, 1 o'clock already. Woohoo! It's almost the days of our plans, the plans of our days. The days of our lives, the days of our... I don't think I meant to fold that in such a wild way. I don't think I did. I mean, a little bit more, mostly. You're so good today while I'm modulating, Ethan. You're so good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Perfect timing. Somebody just tuned in right as I just sat down. Now, I did forget to get another water because I'm almost finished this one, but when G comes down, I'll ask. So where I'm at now with things is I just went upstairs. I went into a room I don't go into very often in our house, and there was a certain something I remember being in there, and it was in there, but it was just the box for it. There wasn't the actual item in it. And it was the person left. But I also found a CD I haven't seen in a while. Was it I don't know. But I also found this CD I haven't seen in a while. And also some irony there, too, actually, for sure. But so I'm wondering if there's any songs on it I might feel like I want to do. My one side of my sinuses, or my nose, is feeling a little sensitive, but I'm going to say, but can you give this to her? She lives in the building. Give her another piece of information. Probably. But there might be one of those. I could show her photo, maybe. Yeah, I could do that. So, yeah, basically, I'd rather do it in mine, but what's on mine right now? Well, other than what's his face's picture again. No, there was, what's it, Messenger, though? Right, that annoying thing. And that's not about a person, it's something I was trying to send that is being very slow. Sometimes the app is. And when she says she hoped she didn't offend, there's a part of me that thinks she did hope to not offend. But she still did. So, it's not because I'm religious. I don't think it is anyway. And that's actually not an image it's suggesting that it's saying open image. It's not actually what that is. It can be sometimes hard. Yeah, I do agree with that. It can be sometimes hard, you feel like you have lots of, tenacity and sometimes we don't have control of your life.
I think it makes sense to have a degree of anxiety.
What is it with
The idea that it feels like active, like more like a choice. And it's not always good. Or like judged or whatever, yeah. Yeah, right. Like people sit there and be like, I'll just stop thinking about this. I'm like, well, it's easy. It's easy for them to say. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Three. Down. Move this over here for a moment. Can we move that right? Yeah. And where are ya? What the? It's taking so long. Yeah, accidentally the video. He didn't notice and was going to try and send it again, or and was adding to it. But then he said he was trying to get too many details, so I don't think there's much to it. Here's the bottom one, and this is the bottom one. So go because he said that inside to add to it. Come on, jeez. I guess you got nervous for a moment. Are you in the washer? Right there, kind of closer to us, so I got what's up? Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot that you need to say to him, so I don't know why it's taking so long. I have to pause this for a moment. Seem to let my computer take a finish the email, but oh, it shows that as a video, but it's actually not. Well, he knows I'm hoping that he gets that news, so I'm hoping he does. You know what? I didn't wait too long. You know, this shouldn't have taken long. Oh, yes, I've been up there for a long time. It's not. And they should be down here. Why is that showing black now? As it tries to load. So hopefully G will be down here to play piano in a few minutes here. And then I'll pop the pizza in. But I'm also looking at some songs on here. Weird one. He just sent to. I think he actually noticed. That's fine. And sometimes it does display weird. It's true. Um.
But I think that's definitely. But I also think that that's definitely. So that may not be
Some I'm really just not feeling, and some I actually don't know. I've been looking for answers to questions under the sun. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I got no answers for you. I don't actually want to see this book. I don't know if it's sitting there, but I practically could get spit my toothbrush. Hero, oh that's for sure. But I do know one thing: where you are, where I want to be. What is this? Is this some of that sage? Whatever it is? Finale. I think I see. It's not at the bottom of the oven burning. There's nothing in it yet. I don't know where I want to put this, so I'll put it here.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
It's a stick
I didn't like it.
princess.
Yeah,
It's, I think, the
Irish.
cedar.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's
It's thick, big. You can show. Light it up, baby.
Okay, sure.
Light it up, light it up. I got an alt tune, but I remember it from my high school. I'm gonna try and carve it.
Oh, okay, now, did you still need me to?
Sorry,
have-
what? What, sorry?
Did you still need me to have the flute or the penny whistle?
I don't know, only if I use come back or somebody else that they put it.
I see.
You know, if I can tell by the number appearing on top, yeah, that's a good person.
Well, it's gonna play some piano.
Yeah, go for it. We are guests, we are guests.
So, no rush to make whatever it is you're making.
Sorry?
No rush to make whatever it is you're
Oh, it's
making.
almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
It'll
well-
take about 20, 30 minutes.
I guess you're right.
Especially with this two in there. So, the sure, oop the door. Oop the doop and doop the door. I don't remember if I like that there. I think you're gonna find it dry, flat, like. That's all done. I find this really soft. I really prefer restaurant. Ooh, that's good. That's it. Oh my goodness, they changed how they plastic wrap it too. So much extra plastic. What's that brand? Yeah, I didn't know that was the brand actually. They changed how they do it. They do it how they change it. Perfect timing. You're like, yeah, it's a pepperoni pizza. It's not that interesting. Yeah, but it's also G on the piano in a moment at 90%, and that's pretty interesting. Piano or keyboard? Oh, you found the Clark whistle. Where was that?
Oh, it was kind of tucked away somewhere.
Yeah,
Behind the door. Oh, hey.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey.
I'm not really very good at the penny whistle. I'm not very good at the penny whistle, partially because I don't play it very much. There you go. But now, not that...
For something completely
Oh,
similar.
something completely similar. Except it's much
Different.
longer. Except for it's different. I don't blow into it, I blow across it.
Well, that's tilt into. Ooh, look at that imagery.
Yes, there's a...
Which reminds me, I wanted to show you imagery
this
of
is
something
a
and then talk about different glasses.
Phoenix, Oriental Phoenix. These flutes come in pairs, a dragon and a
There's ones that
phoenix.
you have downstairs.
This one doesn't have a
One to your
mate.
sister and a brother Mary so that she can drum up opportunities and dance
What's
to the
this
drum.
now?
But this, I like it, but it's
Oh.
interesting. Eh?
Yeah, oh yeah, we get stuff like
If I
that.
put this by the basement door, I'm trying to remember because I don't remember.
If you put that by the basement door, it's likely to get broken. Oh, okay, you're putting it back. Thank you. Yeah. Huh?
I didn't know you knew that song.
What song?
Oh, something now, carry me on.
Oh, I was just improvising.
Make it. Really?
Yeah.
But you have mentioned that song before. It's fun.
Now, these flutes are actually meant to be played with this hole covered by a thin membrane, a piece of paper or something like that. Yes. So I remember somebody once suggesting to me that what you could use in a pinch is you get an onion and you sort of start peeling it, and there's apparently these very thin layers, but I would suggest using a rolling paper. That's what I've tried.
If you try and blow into a rolling pin, though, nothing much
It
will happen.
produces this kind of weird... No, I'm kind of tempted, since we're rolling anyway.
To play the piano with the flutes on top?
No, to go and get...
Well, look at this. It's got two holes on the bottom, or on the top.
Well, a daisy doozle. But I'm just curious now.
Are you alright?
Is that going to be big enough? No, probably not.
Oh, you know it, eh?
Yeah, I've heard that one too. Oh, it's
It's okay.
there in front of you.
But I do like how that and that. Well, yeah. Okay, somebody's in front of us, so you can.
Somebody's in front of us? Is somebody here? Oh no. So
Oh,
I'm about to try this experiment. I have an Oriental style bamboo flute here. And you're gone already. Oh well. It happens, it happens. So you're supposed to put this membrane
supposed to light this.
on the hole.
Speaking of
Did I
supposed to
forget
do
to?
this.
Oh, I forgot to light the sacred cedar.
And look at whatever this is.
It says it's azuli, and I didn't notice it had that.
Azula.
Azula. Azula? Azula. I've heard that people are doing all of this IRL streaming these days.
Must be a holiday lunch.
Anything is
We're just
interesting,
visiting and stuff.
including little blue vials.
Oh.
Look at the. No, don't go away.
Well, that's
Be
kind of odd. Who
transfixed
cares about that?
and
Just tell me what it is
captivated
and
by the
what it's
little
used for.
blue
Let's
vial.
get-
What is it? It says
You said what it was.
azulene oil. Now, azulene is a chemical. Oh, I'm so smart. And I believe it has a blue color. It's
Well, good. I want
found.
to get high.
Yeah, it's found in, or something like it, similar to it, is found in.
How do I open this thing?
You pull out the end.
Oh.
Um,
It has no smell. How disappointing.
yeah, I didn't find it
It's
had
not
much of a
with that.
smell either. Now, where did that stick of cedar
there.
go? It's blend. It's
Light it. Just go.
well, it's going to
Just
take a
pick it
little
up.
bit more than just. It's
Going.
going to take a little bit more than just a plump to light the sacred cedar.
That's the laptop.
That's the laptop. What?
Anyway, can you light it and not crumble it?
Are you captivated? Be captivated by the lighting.
Be our
Now,
captain.
since we don't have a camera person here, I have to do this myself. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Now I can't see it, but I.
Fire was in your nose and on my hand, and it was brilliant.
There we go.
The thing will be ready before you know it.
He's making a pizza. I told him not to.
Hey, why did you toss this on top of dirty stuff?
I don't. Oh, I've committed a domestic error.
Huh?
I've committed a domestic.
I don't think it's that interesting. Just light it, put it down.
Oh, well, no, I was just waiting for it. I'm altogether too patient.
Well, no, that's great.
I
And you
have
the
too long
big
an
spread and
attention
little material in the middle there. But you're altogether rambly. Apparently,
I'm
some people think it's
rambling.
characteristic of a toddler. I didn't think toddlers talk that much. It's green
So,
and dry.
okay, I'll just put this paper on here
It was
and
a toddler again. You know why they call toddlers toddlers?
because they toddle.
Exactly. Hey, why are you doing that?
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Why?
It's apparently the
This is
style.
not as I thought it was.
This is apparently how these instruments are actually played. You get this, and actually at one point I had a little pad of this paper.
A little lamb like Mary? Or Mary took your little lamb?
Yes, that's right, of course.
Yeah, I'm always right, of course.
There we go. Now we've got it hopefully well sealed.
But
But
was it supposed to?
it's supposed to produce this sort of weird sound, and to be quite honest, I don't like it. But I'm giving it another try. Just like that.
Amazing it doesn't damage it or get stuck to
I
it.
hope it doesn't. Just like that kalimba we
awesome.
have has this thing that produces a rattle when you.
Bring your rattles.
And I don't like it, but it's
And your
it's
snake.
it's a feature, not a bug. Okay, let's see how this works. Oops, it's not sealing completely. Let's try that a little bit more. This is altogether too much of a bother. And here I'm hoping that the paint, which looks to me as if it's watercolor, will not come off. Okay, let's try this again. It's going to be great.
It's more like ink or something to me. Doesn't
Well,
seem too great to me.
I wasn't all that entertained either. Well.
Oh, I just play some piano and then I'll have pizza then Friday. You have a thing in here, you know that?
Yes,
Sitting
I
in
do.
A lot of, it looks like you have those things sitting on the basement stairs.
Oh, where did I
collecting
put
dirt.
the?
Oh, you got two people here. You better play
I
something.
better play
Hurry.
something.
Hurry!
Hey.
Nothing too wild. Scare them away. I already worked with them. Just kidding. Got the writing on the back of that. Get the writing on it.
they don't. Oh, the lights kind of being bright there.
No, it looks fine.
No,
Right
it's-
there. That's why they left me.
That's why everybody left me. The light was too bright.
The delight?
The delight was too bright, and the light was too bright. Now all you see is this pair of hands.
And you see them reflecting in
That's
the
right, you see them reflected in the glossy black lacquer. Are you captivated?
Okay, come to say.
That's right. Nobody's there to be captivated or not.
want to become the faded one? Hey, can you go look up over there, and see if that pizza looks like it used to be on longer?
To put the pizza.
Look at all this area of stuff.
Look at all this area.
Nobody's seen that. Good thing.
The area. Look at all it.
So expensive. Ready for something.
Light, camera.
Ready for to be developed into living quarters.
Yes, it needs to be put in.
Okay, put it in then. I just stepped on something on the floor, but I don't see what it is other than the floor. I'll definitely have to edit this title later because it's definitely not a quickie. I did say maybe a quickie though, so I guess the emphasis is on the maybe. Mabia. We are the will. Sorry? Okay, what? Donkey from Muskogee? Oh, do you almost put it on top of the other one?
Actually, that might be.
No, I rotated it because the other one was going so slow.
Oh,
Yeah, the way it looks like it's burning now.
It wasn't, but okay, sure. Yes, it should come out soon. Huh, the cedar's burning better and longer than I thought it would. Why, hi, Sonny.
Are you doing one more song?
Oh, am I? I don't know. I don't. Oh, the cell phone's
Well,
still
the thing's
there.
still in there, so you have time.
The cell phone.
I thought
is
you would
still
realize
here.
that and be like, oh good, I still have time.
Oh, that's right. Pizza's still.
You gotta be careful that doesn't move, because then you'll send it flying.
Piano in the dark. Okay.
Oh, you don't like the...
Oh, did you want me to play it again?
No.
Still?
I had it there, but it's okay, because I know people think things about them, but I'd be curious to hear you play it.
This?
Just the piano.
Well, this I'm not familiar with.
Are you serious? Move, I'll play.
Well, let
I
me.
can't believe you're not familiar with it. You shouldn't admit that, but at least we're 2.5 hours in and nobody's here, so. It grossed 125 million, of course, in the 80s. Oh, I don't think the album is true.
If you want, you can. No, I was kind of starting to live under my rock in the late 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
I have an
Maybe
idea.
from the
Watch
early
this.
80s.
Well, that took care of that one. There is a part of me that's still Christmas, even still Christmas. Still curious, even if the tube of you didn't want me to know. So, excuse me.
Oh, okay. I heard the bells on Christmas Day.
That's not the right tune.
No, it's not the right tune at all, actually. What is
Or
it?
even the right song.
No, I have, yes, no, the right, it has, I got the right lyric. I heard the bells on Christmas. It's actually not quite like that. Let's see. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. They're all familiar carols play, and mild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. I thought as now this day had come, the belfries of all Christendom had rung so long the God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Okay, well, having lunch now, so hopefully you enjoyed that.
Don't forget to come back for Furley's and to like and subscribe and give us lots of money.
Yeah.
And for all of your friends.
Well, just the ones that you think would like it and enjoy it. And, yeah. Person doesn't seem to ever have to leave, though, but, yeah. We need to eat pizza. Okay, we're going to be watching something else. Oh, no, there's a second person. But he likes to get it fresh out of the oven, piping hot. Oh, hi, Crystal. You know, okay, so I'm affiliated with one of them. Thank you for bringing us up to 5 likes. If the next other person can bring us up to 6, then we're 1 away from 7, and any more that may follow. Unfortunately, the other day you were rushed. Maybe you're not today, but we are. And I have been rolling for 2.5 hours, but haven't been. Yeah, well, I would love. I don't know. Oh, I also have to plug this in. Good golly, I don't know what the V7B3V is about. But, okay, thanks for the 6th like. I really appreciate it. Who else do we got here? Don't be shy. I would welcome you both to comment this video or mention that you saw me in this one that I've been trying to wrap up to have lunch. But check out some of the other lives, much as you're able to watch some of them. And some, you know, more, take longer to settle in than others sometimes. Okay, and yeah, basically, it takes 2. Were you here to hear a bit of the piano, Crystal? Anyway, no, basically, yeah, it's basic. It's some of the other videos, you know, they all have their own similar but unique rhythm, and sometimes it takes a bit to get into it, or it's quiet to start. But yeah, I welcome you to do that, and I would love to hear comments from you underneath both. And if you see the end of this one, other than this part, you'll see the piano. I guess you got here just after we finished. Anyway, talk to you later, everybody. Thanks. Sorry to rush off. I hate to do it when there's, I know both of you liked, and one of you I'm familiar with and is chatting, but sometimes I gotta. Rarely, but sometimes I gotta wrap up and do other things in life. Okay, take to you there. Talk to you there. Take to you there.